Hello everyone and welcome to another match of the 2022 Roulette Rivals World Championship. It is still the final day of the group stage with all these exciting and crazy matches. You are coming back from one of the most exciting games of T-North vs Pigiero. Not going to talk about that match here, but the one between Pigiero and k-kaneta for second and third place of Group E. And joining me here today is Jokerj. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me on.
Sorry about the peak there. Always different co-caster to sort the audio off, but yeah, welcome here. Glad to have you here. And yeah, some typical map choices here. The New York from Pigiero, it's his most picked map, and I think k-kaneta will be happy with Santa Fortuna as well. Just really quickly, the stakes about this match. PG needs to not lose. He needs 3 points from this match to take second place from Group E, which is currently held by Rustal, one of the best rookies of this tournament, and k-kaneta is the winner of Group E no matter what.
Well, I mean, yeah, it says it all, doesn't it? And Pidgey has to play well to beat k-kaneta, which he needs. I don't think we'll see that 3-3 of a draw. I highly doubt the players will draw map, but yeah, Pidgey's gonna have to play his best today.
If there is a draw here, it might just be here in New York with this first spin, as well as Electrocution as bank teller. And of course, I don't mean the 30-minute tie option, but the photo finish tie option, of which PG is very familiar with. He's done it multiple times to multiple people, especially in the quicker maps. But yeah, it's all about the loading times there, and k-kaneta is the first to join, and PG is a bit behind, but should be picking the same start. He's still looking at the deposit box room.
Yeah, it is a longer spin. You know, bank is typically a longer spin, really. With the bank teller disguise, for some reason, it just is. It's a weird one. The bank teller disguise, you can't. If you start it, you can't get match straight away. It's a bit of a longer disguise to grab as well. You know. I'm trying to talk things about New York when we've got the true expert with us. And yeah, it's gonna be long. Of course, the execution. You have your water cooler in the room next to Finn's office, which I still haven't learned the name for yet.
That's a good question, because it is an agency pickup there, but I'm not exactly sure if it's executive break room or what. Interesting routing by PG though. We'll be looking to get a fully remote eyes on Athena, because the bank teller is nowhere near and he's going upstairs while k-kaneta is already in this break room.
Yeah, indeed. And of course, the execution. You shoot the water cooler, bam. You drop a taser. We'll need a pistol for it, unless he wants to try and use a loud one, but I don't think that will go too well. We do see just trank. We'll have a long drag here, wouldn't he? But you know, it's not that bad. And Pigiero probably after, unless he has a pistol here, I think he would have one. It would make life a lot easier for this execution kill.
I don't hate the option to use the loud gun here, but then of course it's not really remote, because people will investigate. But otherwise, with the silent pistol, oh, PG with a big buffer. I was worrying about the crash there. The silent pistol is
that same thing.
Yeah.
Nice people as well. We see k-kaneta wasting a bit of time, so to say, with all this dragging, Pigiero to counter that efficiently with this peekaboo for a lot quicker. It's almost caught up. Pidgey, you know, he'll have all the data disc. We'll have to go and find a bank teller disguise. It'd be interesting where he exits, of course, as well. If he does go for the one here off Watts, k-kaneta will use a loud pistol, but you know the kill will be done straight away. Everyone in here is tranked as well, so that's another nice addition for k-kaneta here, who could just now use a snail onto Matteo and Fabian.
And no one should be coming in this room, maybe now much later after they are routing around the area, but that's very easy. No risk loud kill for k-kaneta. Obviously made it loud because of the loud pistol, but yeah, just like that, k-kaneta is just one disc away, and it should be Fabian near around the... Oh, sorry, 2 discs remaining, of course. And this meeting should be the one to finish it off, unless Fabian wants to go his own ways.
Oh.
And yeah, with these times it can be sometimes a bit more difficult, and k-kaneta won't have this free ending, but the end strength will very nicely finish the job.
Investment bank is right there though. Has seen him can sneak faster through the doors here to the stock market. Pidgey anyways does a rip there as well. k-kaneta. Not the start Pidgey would have wanted on our first map here.
No, and especially with the requirement of 3 points from here, I think Pidgey really wanted to start off with a New York win, and hopefully take one of the remaining 2 maps, but now he will have to obviously realistically win both maps or hope for a tie somewhere and then win the other map. Which is
indeed.
which is not like impossible because we have just seen Santa Fortuna can go down to the wire. Still referencing the previous match, but those highs are rare to be repeated.
And yeah, we see Santa Fortuna now come through k-kaneta with an amazing start, and it can only get better as stats. It's been 5 times, 4 wins. One of them was against Pigiero, so I'm sure that'll fill him with confidence. Only the 1 loss as well. Pigiero, 2 wins and 4 losses. You're gonna have to favour k-kaneta here 100%.
Yeah, and Kaneta definitely not slowing down after securing first place. He's still looking for the edge against any opponent, and which should carry the momentum towards the knockout stage, and definitely has done his studying or just remembers their previous encounter from. I don't exactly know which tournament it has been, but which can just find out really shortly.
Yeah. Of course, our stats.com, .net even. Wow, how can I forget? Talk about hit maps as well. 2 great sites for this. Of course, on our stats, you can look at the rec keys. Yeah, we've got a lot of records in this cast, don't we? A lot more, lot more
If
from
you
you than
want to
me.
talk,
But I
take
have
that
put myself
direction.
into it all the time. But
Exactly.
yeah, look, we have a map which now Santa Fortuna has the longest record in RR. Trying to phase this through here as best as I can. 851 by right. It really just height the how long of a stand it can be. We have had our spins this tournament that can beat it, but players go with the safer strats, the slower strats that would result in you not ripping. Because if you do Santa first try, most likely you'd win it. We just saw Pina do what, a 21.5 minute in-game time run and 1 Santa, and that's like the type of map that Santa is. And we see like the likes of k-kaneta now and Pidgey doing the Red Fox strat so prominent really nowadays, and I would not be surprised if we saw it today.
It really feels like is the thing to learn or at least practice. It has been always controversial whether Red Fox is good for the map, bad for the strats, or anything in between. But I myself like look at it the way that the other big 5 maps have their own baseline strategies, which sometimes good, usually not the best. For example, the Roll Floor, for example, the Villa Staff start on Haven. It's just we finally have one for Santa Fortuna, and it is just there to get started on it, and you can still optimize it with any other starts.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it's just the fact that also that this can be made soundproof and all that. It makes this so good, and you can do most of the Rico kills here as well, which adds so much to it. And you have that spare Seeker Dart for Jorge. So many things on this with the Red Fox strat.
Will it be a Red Fox spin though, Joker? Let us know what the second spin of the match is.
It will be Rico Delgado. Loud Sniper Rifle as the Gardener. Jorge Flanco. Kitchen Knife, Sub-Engineer. Then Angelo Martinez. Electrocution as the Mansion Staff. I think the Mansion Staff kill for Andrea is swayed away from the Red Fox strat.
Just too good
I
to
really
be
do.
true, yeah.
It is a
Especially
longer grab.
the fact that the gardener is just right there in the garden makes it really easy to
Indeed.
just return to Rico's area, but it is a Red Fox from Pigiero.
Yeah.
k-kaneta will be starting Mansion Staff though.
I think yes, we can see Mansion Staff as a swaying factor there for not the Red Fox strat. But then the face that is a loud kill for Rico can sway you in the other direction. Of course, you can do the kill of the garage.
And if
No
it
problem.
would be any other kill for Andrea, but not remote, that would probably make Mansion Staff even more viable. But PG can just set up the electrocution, which I think will require, it requires 1 taser to make it extra remote, but that won't be really difficult for this spin. The loud sniper will be the agency pickup regardless.
Yeah, and just to add here, the sub-engineer, the Red Fox strat's best friend. Gotta be careful with where we leave Rico and that. We have seen a couple rips, especially in this tournament.
We have casted as well,
sub-engineer. The elite thug, what guy that is, eh? Oh, the elite guard even. By the sub-engineer, will walk. Take a look up the bridge here and Pidgey a rip. Too much whoosh there.
I would I would argue Peachy ripped 2 seconds before that anyway, because he missed the first seeker shot on Rico, and I'm not sure, and he really shouldn't have another dart gun there. I don't think you can really afford a miss here, because what else can you do for Jorge then, other than hoping for the perfect timing for a peekaboo? But that's out of question right now, and we'll have to look at his second try, and k-kaneta enjoying a 1.5 minute lead. Can be making this Andrea kill without a loadout, with no reason to make it remote.
You have a car battery on the map if you really want to go that far and have no items for it. Of course, the water cooler as well in Andrea and the Paolo's meeting room can always be a nice addition to the skill, really. Pidgey get another rip on the Red Force strat. It's just gifting k-kaneta's leads here, and I'm sure that's not what Pidgey wants. Of course, if we lose this map, that's done. Russell will take that second place finish. Pidgey has to win this map or tie it, but you know the way k-kaneta's been playing, I don't think he's going to tie Santa Fortuna.
Yeah, it's just looking really good for k-kaneta, like just in general, not just for the spin, but today very solid here, and definitely thinking about the KO stages. There's really no reason to do extra practice for this match, and also Pigiero wasn't grinding too hard just to get second or third. Of course, we will know tomorrow during the draw that second place finishers and third place finisher will play each other. So it's wherever PG will be placed in the bracket, it won't change a whole lot. He will have to play a group winner potentially in the second round, but I think it's just Pigiero just playing one more game as well. But this unfortunately doesn't really work out for him so far.
Misses Rico once again, has to try and do a shot to save it, and unfortunately for him that shot was what ripped him again. You know, ripping to 3 different things over the course of this Red Force strat. Typically consistent, but unfortunately for Pidgey it hasn't been. He will swap now the mansion stuff. But is it too late with k-kaneta having nearly a 3.5 minute lead over Pidgey?
I think it's k-kaneta's if he doesn't trip. It's not like Pidgey can find somebody that is 3 minutes quicker. You just imagine a 9 minute set of Fortuna spin, you spend 6 minutes of it running, and you can't make that quicker, not even with the caves.
Yeah, indeed. And k-kaneta will shut this video kill down shortly. I would assume he'll go to the mansion next. And again, the gardener's there. Should be 2 small knockouts. The loud kill, I don't know if you'll then be fine just to leave the gardeners. Usually you are, but the loud shot in the garage, you would want to box them just for safety here.
I do remember a loud kill which caused a gardener body being found, so k-kaneta would be wise to hide that gardener. But yeah.
It would also be interesting to see where he does the shot. Of course, I can't remember who it was, but someone dragged Rico all the way outside the garage and done the shot from the little elevated thing next to the 2 gardeners. I have no clue what it's called. But yeah, from up there.
Right. Well, it's easy for me. Everything is a ladder, which has like those steps in it, even though it's right or wrong. So that's what I would call it.
Yeah, it's a ladder, but the way you get into the mansion there, that's what I'm going to call it.
That gap.
Everyone will understand what it is. Not the fact that there's multiple doors to get in there, just the thing that lets you get into the mansion. k-kaneta does pick up his loud sniper here. We'll go into the mansion through the way that lets you into the mansion. The gardener right there as well. So
just another restart for Pigiero there. It is now, no, it's 5 minute lead for k-kaneta. It is really not a race between the two of them. Just you'll have to see how many kills Pigiero gets before the projected finish of k-kaneta. I'm not going to say it's inevitable because still has 2 kills to go. But this throw itself, I think, yeah, it's a nice grab for the gardener, 2-in-1.
yeah, intentional or not, is still very nice. The box is right there. I'm assuming where he's knocked him out, he will just box him anyways, and yeah, he will. It should just be a simple run across the mansion grounds now. With his briefcase loud in it.
Not going to be trespassing, going there or leaving the area. Could be some extra enforcer does, but it's such a nice big garden, so don't really expect problems.
PG does eventually get this isolation off onto Rico. All fine. Not yet. He starts to deal with his mansion guard with a shot distraction. Turn him around. He won't listen. He's too busy sniffing lines. Has his priority straight. The whole theme of Sander. wait for him to go outside and we'll subdue him.
Also, the theme of
But
Santa is just the dimension not having functioning walls for the sound to travel. You can throw an item next to the box and someone will investigate, or even frontal KO. Now at k-kaneta we'll get this loud kill, which is going to be 2 out of 3. The third disguise already set up.
yeah, boxed immediately. Facing the box, only knocking out that one matching guard there. Well played indeed from k-kaneta. Just has to swap back into a sub-engineer. I don't believe he's got a kitchen knife yet though. So the one he'll go for is going to be interesting, but of course there are some in the outside kitchen area of the this area, perhaps even in the drug area. I don't have a clue.
I'm trying to think, because I don't remember him picking up a kitchen knife either, but it's just almost a non-issue if you're spending enough time in the village, and he had to go get a submarine engineer. So it would be really strange if k-kaneta did this whole ice without a kitchen knife. I just can't pinpoint the moment when he got one.
I'm trying to think. He hasn't had an opportunity to go past either. The only one I could have thought is perhaps straight off the mansion staff start. Is the only place I feel like he could get one. Pidgey with a knockout onto Paula, then Paula again, but it's all fine. Gets Andre isolated in the end of all things. Can actually just try and find an angle onto Rico and onto Jorge even, and good fortunes here perhaps with where he is at the moment.
Yep, there was the kitchen knife, and I think chat is really nicely called it that it should have been a dartboard from spawn. So
Yeah,
from that
nice.
spot, that's right the line between the two toilets. He should be coming this way though, right?
Can I just add, k-kaneta has like 30 seconds to finish to take record. It is 8:51, so if he gets it by 21:09, he could take it. I think it is slightly a bit too long, but still close to the record on Santa's going to be very impressive from k-kaneta, and shows how good he really is. And Pidgey really does have his work cut out today to try and win it, but k-kaneta now could do the kill here and sprint to the exit. But no, we'll wait for him to get to the toilet itself before getting the kill.
Yeah, and any sub 10 is very impressive, and this feels like an almost sub 9 we will see when the finished prompt pops up. Now it's 9 minutes from start, exactly 9 flat it takes for k-kaneta to finish Santa Fortuna. Such an impressive run.
Yeah, it was at 9 flat, so I can't press. He finished at 15:21:00, so exactly 9 minutes RTA, which very impressive from k-kaneta on our second map here, and we'll be having our final map, Ambrose Island.
Yep, with some interesting stories, but the lack of stakes here, because we now know that k-kaneta has won Group E with Rustol, the impressive rookie, finishing second, Pigiero third, and since yesterday we know that Mr. Mike clinched 4th place, or kept his 4th place, after David Jesus versus Hashashin reached a Hashashin win. But still one Ambrose Island map to go, and I don't think it's the map that Pidgey really wanted, though it has been a lot of time since his match against Blythe, a very colorful late turn Ambrose Island, which...
That was a game and a half.
Exactly.
That Pidgey versus life. We had like draws on Ambrose after 20 minutes on the map. It wasn't even like it was a first tie quick spin. It was literally 20 minutes RTA. You know, we then had a New York tie, it seemed, and a Dartmoor. It was fantastic, and unfortunately, it is capped at 3 maps in the group stages. But I would like to see a close Ambrose that could result in a photo finish tie. But I'm an admin, and I can't be bothered to do a photo finish, so I want a commanding win here. We just see the map record of 443 by 420. I really do think it's inevitable before that record was broken.
Oh, it's just...
I think for Ambrose it is short, but players, we do see it, but players almost taking it for granted as an easy map. We do see lots of very steady rips, so to say, from players sometimes, and it'll be interesting to see. I mean, k-kaneta, Pigiero should be putting it right, but I remember k-kaneta has played it once, and if I remember correctly, that was against Supermassive at the start of the tournament, and it was a long, dragged out Ambrose with lots of rips on k-kaneta's end.
Oh, you have nice memory there, yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of the first. Yeah, I don't know. I remember it either. Great. He's demonstrating this quick start here, which is pretty impressive. You don't see it used often, but because of how far away it is from Nolan Accra, but he is showing it really well here.
See, we only have 30 seconds before the spin, so we won't see a lot of it, but just imagine first minute of the spin, he already showed the computer system, which is well, could be a laptop or just a monitor. And separately, he destroyed the surveillance satellite system. And now he should be catching Noel at this very secluded area. Sadly, we won't see the rest of it, but should the next spin be Cook, which I guess I can read it out in just 7 seconds, and we already know what k-kaneta will be going for, and I personally just hoped it would be something like that, but it is rather Noah Cast falling off the cliff engineer and Eka Barbarazer as Cook, so scratch everything we just said.
I think anything else from Nolan, we do see that. I think the phone object, of course, for Nolan does unfortunately put that out of the way, but I do think this is a capped sub 4 spin, I would say, if you can get to an exit immediately after killing Noel. Of course, if you had a wrench, you could with the engineer disguise. It is a quick Aka kill, so I'd say arguably Central Social Hub would be the superior strat here. I'd like to say you get the Barber Razor and the Cook immediately, and then still reach Aka Seeker time.
It does feel like that because, as you said, the Barber Razor is a village item. It is just in one specific hut to get, but
actually, never mind. 420 rightfully point out the light kill, typically used to electrify a puddle, does count as a fallen object kill, and Claire with a coin off the bat that's distract Noel for a little bit, can grab this engineer and perhaps get this kill right away.
It looks practiced, but it is tight, so we will see which one it will be. I think a coin will make it more safe. It's such a tiny object there, but Noah should be going for it, and now will it be spotted or not? Does he have the angle on there? Bullet impact noticed, and Noah is down. Very nicely done.
That is very good, of course. Like, he still has like a minute to get the Barber Razor and the Cook before getting optimal time for Aka Seeker. You know, of course, still have to deal with the control unit, but even then can go get the bomb delivery in the meantime. You know, he's made really good light work of that null kill, really beautifully done.
Yeah, I'm curious how the delivery will be done, because we can see the Central Social hidden stairs, so not specifically a C4, though it can fit in there. It will be illegal to pick it up though if it's dead, so curious to see. And that is just a dart gun, and I'm never sure if these NPCs are around to see you. k-kaneta with a close call there, but gets out. He also needs... Oh, he wanted to get a key, but I was just going to say, I think the Barber Razor isn't hidden like that.
No, you don't need a key for the Barber Razor, and we do see him swap up the strats now, bringing a good old C4 block instead of the snail. But yeah, I do think you're right in that regard. He doesn't need the key for anything else, and lots of the doors are locked, the majority are locked, except for the Barber Razor one. So unfortunately unnecessary, let's say, from k-kaneta, but you know, it is very easy to get confused with all the doors that are up there and locked.
Yeah, because if you think of the hobby knife, which obviously you don't have to take from the map, but for example, the hobby knife is only behind closed doors, and you could argue the cleaver is also behind the closed door, but you can get the kitchen key from the mission story lady. So sometimes you do need keys, but I don't think it's really viable to ever get this suspicious master key. But unlike for k-kaneta, now PJ with the lead, and I think he's eyeing this other falling object because that's the only thing he has the timing for.
And ironically, this boat is sometimes actually harder than the small light.
Oh, for sure.
The timing is very precise, the timing, and what you have to shoot is actually sometimes a bit confusing. From experience, we have seen lots of people rip to it. I ripped to it a bunch, you know. We've seen tied spins purely because of the fallen object in the boat for. No, and we see Pidgey also sequing both the guards there, perhaps make it even easier. We'll have a gold bar for Mel to get distracted by as well, to make it even easier for himself, and a briefcase.
I think that's fair, yeah. Oh, so all the items are going nearby. I feel like this is a kill that can be over-engineered, and it's funny because he's actually the engineer, but such a tiny hitbox is presented with this boat kill, so I'm worried that, you know, even any item placed will just put him out of that range. We'll have to see. It's going to be just in 20-ish seconds. People are right about the 320 timing.
Yeah, sometimes it's 317. It does actually vary a little bit, but it's all fine if you know when roughly Noel That's part. I think the most impressive part about this is we managed to nail 2 jokes about a fallen object kill, which is fantastic, really. But hopefully Pidgey can get it off now.
Yeah, the timing is here, we can see it on the minimap, and luckily for PG, he has a larger window, but he gets the whoosh from that side. He needs to try the other side. Misses the points where to shoot, gets it last time, but by the time Noel is out of range. Disaster. And now with Kaneta back in his hands now about this map, but can't get the peekaboo. There will be one body too many in here. I think the storage will be just enough to use this, or Kaneta will just abandon this room. Yep, it's now Matic's chance for him. And hopefully that will be causing the second kill here. Cook isn't far away. Don't remember the Barber Razor though, because we were looking at the Pigiero setup.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. You have to run and grab it. Definitely can make it in good timing with Akka. Just really would be interesting if he goes and opts for it first or what here.
And this is now going for the Akka peekaboo route. Plenty of time to get engineer. Well, I'm saying now, but previous time was also like this.
Yeah, it's good as well. He knocks her out before she gets to the toilet. You can be wall hacked if you leave her out in the toilet. I don't know if they've patched it or not. But I know Moo said it quite a bit, and it did happen. No players did get wall hacked there, unfortunately. And the pirate is able to get the key, so goes to that well getting the key, but won't need it.
Yeah, that's really a funny realization from Kaneta when all he has to do is go through open doors, or perhaps he will attempt it from the closed door, but no, that's another one. This will be the second one, and this is also open, unfortunate for him, but won't be changing the result if things keep going this way, since this will be followed by the second kill shortly, and then it's just a delivery to go. Yep, it's left here. And, well, it's not the hardest area to traverse and chestpass in disguise, just through this area to pirates to dodge.
He still has to do the control. I know he has a bomb. I don't know if he's actually through it or not yet. Maybe watching Pidgey, but could cause a bit of issue if he hasn't yet. But I would assume he has. He's had time to do so. But if he doesn't, again, it's not the end of the world. He still has a bomb to throw into the K's if he doesn't.
I would have been happier if Kaneta looks to the right after that possibly frontal KO, but it's not like he will have a lot of bodies found in the next 10 seconds, but it can be heard from or by other pirates in the area. It seems like it will be enough for Kaneta. I'm just holding out for a couple of seconds, but there's a green gun exit, and Kaneta saves the match.
Yeah, it is. But it is very solid from Kaneta there. Can't see Pidgey catching up, so we'll just accept that right away. And
No,
it'll be Kaneta very impressively winning.
We can maybe see Pidgey with a successful. Well, it won't ever be now a green gun successful falling object, but would have been nice ending to this match. But it is but still nice for Kaneta, 6-0 sweep, and we great place, but it won't be changing the group results, which I can now show. One of the few groups of death, and definitely the one with the most experience, Group E, has now also come to a close with k-kaneta. 6 matches, of course 7 wins thanks to the supermassive forfeit, but 34 points. That's, I think, one dropped map across 6 matches.
Yeah, indeed.
That is really impressive.
That would have been to Rust, I would have thought.
And yeah, such a tough group as well, with Pigiero 3rd, Mr. Mike 4th, and then David Red Succession and Gordini Roy in the elimination zone, and now officially being eliminated. Just a very entertaining group. Of course, coming to a not too close finish, but there was some drama yesterday for the final qualifying spot, so the viewers can't be disappointed either.
Yeah, Let's get set up for a really good qualification. If you're second place and you've seen Pidgey finish third, oh, you're scared. It's like the one person in third place that you would not want to face at the moment. You know, yes, Kaneta did just sweep him today, but Kaneta would have swept a lot of people today.
Yeah.
It's not nothing to take away from Pidgey really. Kaneta just played very well, and to drop on one map the entire group stage, he would have ended up on 40 points if Supermassive hadn't dropped out, because he did sweep Supermassive. He was that one game that Supermassive had played. But yeah, Kaneta only dropping one map throughout. Unfortunately, wasn't the best performer, was he, in fun?
Don't ask me.
Yeah, still very impressive from Kaneta there.
Oh, absolutely. Such a tough group as well. But yeah, we will hear from these four come Monday and of course the next 4 weeks. And we will have to still fill a lot of spots here throughout the next, well, officially 5, unofficially 6 matches. We'll see how the very last match will go. Next up is Fenium versus Giannini for the final spot in Group B. Fenium hoping for a sweep, or otherwise the RRWC console champion will be eliminated. Stay tuned or join back to this channel, because Observer will join me for that one. And then 2 matches 1 hour after that. And I'm not sure about the first one. I think it might have been claimed already, but the Time Q versus some random person for the 3rd place in Group F behind I Like Hitman and the buff guy will be facing off head-to-head, one-on-one. And then another do or die, Jokerj versus Danny Butia. Winner stays on, loser out of the competition, and the defending champion is at risk. That will be at 19 CET, and then you can see the last 2 still very important for qualification and exact positions: Abra versus Blight and Reaper versus Svesti, which hopefully your power will be stable enough that you can take it.
Do I hope? Do I hope it stays up?
Would be a very nice and fitting ending to the group stage. Well then, thank you so much for joining me, and very glad that the power stayed on for the whole match.
Anytime, I'm very glad. Odds on within the stream, then it will cut out. That's what it is. But yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, always a great pleasure. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys for next time. Bye bye.